Hey all! Amanda here and back for another season of American Ninja Warrior. Season 15 to be exact. The premiere qualifying episode airs tonight, June 5th, 2023 on NBC, with the episode streaming the next day on Peacock. Check your local listings for airtimes in your area. Again, I have no affiliation to the show, so all the details in these videos are subject to be wrong. I'm just a fan who hears things and makes guesses and assumptions along the way. And if you guys hear anything about this upcoming season, please feel free to share it below. As for what I've heard, there are huge changes coming all season long. Some overall changes to the season include the age limit officially being lowered to 15, meaning all athletes that meet this requirement may apply rather than select few teens being invited. The qualifying and semifinal rounds were both taped in LA, followed by the filming of the qualifying round for season 16. And the split decision has been removed from the qualifying and semifinal rounds. As for the qualifying rounds themselves, we'll see 8 rounds consisting of 30 competitors each. The top 12 men and top 4 women advance to the semifinals. The competitors that land in the 12th and 13th spot amongst the men, and the 4th and 5th place amongst the women, will then run head-to-head through the first 4 obstacles to earn their place on the leaderboard to advance. According to my math, which is weak at best, it looks like we may have 96 men and 32 women advancing to the semifinals, which looks to be starting around August. Of the 128 athletes advancing, I would guess approximately 32 ninjas a night would compete across 4 semifinal episodes, 24 men and 8 women an episode on average. Each of these 4 semifinal episodes will see head-to-head competition. The man in first place will face off against the man in 24th place, second place runs against the man in 23rd place, and so on. The woman in first place on the leaderboard faces the woman in 8th spot, etc. The top 12 men and top 4 women, as well as the top 2 non-finishing athletes, will all advance to Stage 1 of the Vegas Finals. And surprisingly, the semifinal course has now been changed from the usual 10 obstacles down to 6. I'm not exactly sure why this change would have been made, but I'm sure we'll hear more about it closer to these episodes. As for the finals themselves, this is where the craziest changes may be taking place. This year, they will allow the top 24 athletes to advance to Stage 2, regardless of completion. However, if more than 24 athletes do complete the course, and the total number is odd, then they will allow the next top contender to advance as well. This is because all of Stage 2 will come down to head-to-head races. The winner of each of those rounds, as well as the top 2 non-finishers, will then advance to Stage 3, ensuring at least 14 competitors minimum will compete in Stage 3. From that point on, things look to resume to normal, where you must complete Stage 3 for a chance to climb Mount Midoriyama in under 30 seconds to win $1 million, something that has only happened twice in American Ninja Warrior history. As the season progresses and more details emerge, I will, of course, keep you all up to date and try to correct any prior errors on my part as needed. That being said, here's what I've heard for our first episode. If you do not want spoilers, please stop listening now. I do not know who will be competing on any given night, but it does look like Daniel Gill and Jesse Graff will be returning after missing last season. There are supposed to be 30 competitors each qualifying episode, with 12 men and 4 women advancing from each, with at least 2 head-to-head runs for the final spot on the leaderboards. The 6 obstacles they have to compete for that right are as follows. Now, to start things off, and returning from the Sasuke days, is pole vault. Competitors would run down a walkway and jump from a trampoline to catch a pole. The pole then dips and hits a stopping point, at which competitors must climb up the pole and hit the landing pad. Next is a new event called Grease Lightning. Competitors hold on to a nunchuck, then slide down a track, attempting to survive 2 drops along the way. Then, returning as the dreaded balance obstacle, is domino effect. Athletes run across 5 vertical domino-shaped boards that stagger in height and start to fall over as competitors cross. Next, we have another new obstacle this season called the Getaway. Competitors start by jumping onto a wheel, which they then have to spin around to lock into place. This releases a ring that hangs behind a transparent block of plastic that ninjas must grab before lashing to a rest bar and grabbing a money bag. I'm not sure what the purpose of the money bag is, and if they need to carry the bag to the landing pad or just release it from its hook. More details to follow on this one once we see the whole course play out. Then, we have yet another new obstacle, this one being called Ring the Bells. The obstacle works like a pendulum ball toy, where swinging causes the pendulums to knock against each other. Ninjas must time their laches to cross and finish. And as usual, the course ends with a decision to go for a completion and a possible fast time by climbing the 14.5 warped wall, or they can take one shot at attempting to scale the mega wall to earn $10,000. However, this season, the mega wall has been increased from 18 feet to 18 feet and 6 inches, and athletes attempting the mega wall now must hit the buzzer at the top in a set time limit to earn that 10K. I don't know what that time is as of recording, but I should have that information for you for the next video. So, that's it. That's all I've heard. Some of this may be incorrect, so if you want to know how it's all going to go down for sure, make sure not to miss American Ninja Warrior every Monday night on NBC. I'll do my best to have result videos, as well as possible sneak peeks to future episodes up in a timely manner, so make sure to check back often, or subscribe and hit the bell for notifications on when the next video is up. And of course, we'd all love to know your thoughts on the changes this season, what you think of the action as we progress, and who you'll be cheering for to win it all this year. So feel free to comment below, and until next time, enjoy the show!